Welcome to In-Page Progress Bar, a ControlAddIn from scratch. Hey, I'm Eric, and a while back I did a video on the progress bar that Henrik created, which was with ASCII odds in a dialogue. A few of you asked at that point to say, hey, what about a progress bar that we have on the page showing progress? Like, for instance, we have a completed percentage on a job in the jobs module, so that would be a place for something like that. And I think that's actually a good idea. So in this video, I'm gonna try to do that. What I did, because I am also lazy, is that I looked up how to do a progress bar in JavaScript. And the excellent site for learning stuff with JavaScript and so on is w3schools.com. And they have a very simple thing here. Is basically they create a page which is basically a div inside a div. Then they just say that the width of the div is 10%, and the width of the outside div is 100, and that has a different background color. And let's say if I say run here, it goes to 10. And then we can see here down that they have some fancy animation. I don't think we need animation. Let's say we want to go to 50 in this case. And what actually just happened is that they changed the style, the width of the element is my bar, so they changed the width of this one to be whatever percentage we set, and then they also put that as text. So if I say run to this, and then I say click, it goes to 50. So let's try to recreate this thing in Business Central. How about that? I started a new app here, and let's actually very quickly, because the job table has a completed percentage, but then you need to post, and all sorts of things need to happen if we don't want to change that. So let's just add a field, my progress. Let's just do 1 to 100. So let's say this is an integer. Progress, there we go. That's a field. I will just break all rules and extend my job. No, you are close, dear. But this is the job card. We need to layout, add last general field. See, this is where it's close, but it's also not close. My progress. And we don't need a caption, we don't need to. Okay, so now we have a field. That is great. Hang on, did we get an extra set of, I don't know what? There we go. We have a field, we have it on the page. Let's, this is page 88. Let's put that into this thing. Let's just see that we got our field on the screen. progress 0. Perfect. That's exactly what we need. Okay, so in order to put JavaScript onto a page, we need to create a ControlAddIn. So let's add a new file here, progress.al. So in order to add JavaScript, we start by creating an AL file. And this one is a ControlAddIn, and ControlAddIns do not have numbers. So my progress bar, how about that? That's a good name. And then we need to assign some JavaScript. So the first thing we can add is scripts. So we'll just create one called script.js. And then we will create another one called startup script, startup.js. Excellent. And let's create those files, script.al. And let's create the other one, startup.js. Let's see how this goes. Can we compile this? The page could not be, package could not be created. What did I do? I call this one for script.al. I am so, let's see how it goes. Now we're good. So let's look at progress.al. So we can give this a height. Say minimum height is 50, maximum height is 50. And width is, well, I don't think we actually need to. We will allow horizontal stretch. So let's equal true. So now we have the progress bar. We need to add it to the page. So let's go back here and say right after our field we'll add. And the weird thing is that when you add a ControlAddIn into a page, you don't say I need a ControlAddIn. No, that'll be too easy. You add a user control, and we wanna add bar, and then we want to add our my progress bar here, application area. So let's just run this and see where we at. So we don't really see anything, right? But what if we open the inspector? Then we can see that there is a ControlAddIn. There is a div right here called ControlAddIn with capital A and capital I. So this is where we want to put our thing, and it has a size, and then there's all sort of things with these sizes. But right now we'll ignore the size thing. So let's go back and look at what we need to do. We need to add some divs here, and we actually need to add some style also. So we could take what we have here in style and add into our thing. So let's add a new file here called progress CSS, add these things in here, then go back and say, hang on, we need some style. So progress.css, and then let's see if we can. So we got this. So now it's time to actually get this thing in there. So how do we do that? Because we cannot add HTML. but we can start. So we can say that add-in equal, and then we can do document dot get element by, hang on, see if we can do this right. Get element by ID, I think, and it was called ControlAddIn, and we can say control.log add-in, so we can actually print out on the screen. Well, not really on the screen, but let's see if we get this. So I'll run this again, and we will grab. Let's see if I can move this up here. So now you can see that it actually printed out on the screen, on the console here, because I did a console.log. So now I get this thing out here. So we have the div. Now we can do different things. We could simply do add-in dot inner HTML equal. Let's see if I still have this thing in the. I do. I still have this thing in the clipboard, so I can simply take the HTML we have here and add in. So let's run this again. And we now have a green with whatever font they show. So we're already making pretty good progress here. We have a bar. Okay. Let's and how much have we actually done? We have done 2 lines here, and we added, just raw copied the HTML, oh sorry, the CSS, the style sheet, and we haven't even done anything here, and we set this one up. So we're making good progress. Haha, pun intended. Okay, now we need to talk to this guy. And the way we do that is actually let that control talk to us first. Because the weird thing is that when you're working with a page like this, is that this thing is actually an iframe. If I grab the inspector thing here again, and then go look, so now I find this, then we can see that the ControlAddIn that we have added is actually inside an iframe. So this box is a web page by itself inside the main page. It doesn't look that way, and it just doesn't feel that way, but from a structural HTML perspective, that's a page inside a page. But that also means that this one is loaded asynchronously from the main page. So the first thing you need to do is actually have this one tell us that it's ready, and that's a long, complicated thing. I can never remember it, but let's see if we can do it anyway. I think it's called Microsoft.dynamics.nav.invokeExtensibility method, and then that's a function call, right? So we can call back into nav. Oh, it's still called nav, that's why I said nav. We call it back into BC. But we have to specify what channels we're communicating on. So if we go back to our progress ControlAddIn thing here, and I create an event, and a typical, this could be an event, ControlAddIn ready, or maybe we're more personal and say, I am ready. Let's call that I am ready. So now we have an event called I am ready. As soon as we have that, if I go back to my job card here, so okay, let's say I have a trigger. Well, now I have a trigger called I am ready. So that's pretty good. So if we go back to our startup script, we can now say, okay, what was the parameters to this guy again? Method name, I am ready. And no parameters. And I think we're actually done. Let's see if that's enough. So if we go back to this one and say message, hello from my progress bar. Oh, that's pretty close. Let's see if that works. Hello from my progress bar. So now this one is talking to us. So that is most excellent. So now how do we talk to it? And we start the same place again. We go into this one and then we go and say procedure. How about set progress? Excellent work, GitHub, Copilot. Set progress. So what is this? Well, this is a procedure. So we'll define this one in the scripted JSON that's so far. So we'll do a function, set progress bar, progress. And now we, oops, where did we go? Let's kill some of all these pages that we got here. Where's this thing? So now the only thing we're missing is kind of this. So we could start by just grabbing all the code here and see what we can do with this. How about we say change it that maybe that's it. So function. Hang on. Let's simplify. Let's simplify here. So var I is equal 0. If I is 0, then I is 1. There. Hang on. Oh, that's because this one is sitting outside. So we need to make sure that this one is scoped outside. Okay. Okay, in the spirit of just trying to copy the code in here, let's actually see if this just works this way. So I will go back to job now, and then I will remember the field we added here. So on this, let's trigger on validate, and now we need to talk to the control, and it's kind of hidden, so we have to go cur page dot bar. This is this one dot set progress, and then we can get reg dot my progress. So that's kind of weird that it's sitting because it's on the current page. So we need to find this one in order to find the function, the procedure that is defined on it. But let's try and see what happens. Hello, that is good. So it still started with 10. So what happens if I type 25 here and exit? Bingo. What happens if I type 10 again? then it fails because it will only go up 50. 80. But I think we're pretty close. So let's see if we can make that code we just I think as a very doctoral we here that I just copied but out as brain dead as possible. So let's start by current progress. So what is it that we want to do? We want to let's start by 0. Let's actually set it so the width is 0 to begin with. So we start at 0. So this 0 that's here is matching. And to be honest, I prefer, so let's move current progress to this file instead. It's just kind of makes more sense to me. So this is the pure function. So what do we want to do? We want to make sure that it right now it moves to whatever percentage we set it. Let's see. So with so this one always starts at 10. So forget all this stuff. Element width is current progress. So if width is larger than current progress, then make it smaller. So if it's larger than current progress, then make it smaller. Else, if width is smaller than what we want, we need another, don't we? Too many. So if it's nothing, then we stop doing anything. If width equal progress, how do we kill a set interval? I can't remember that right now. So here we would kill interval, so we're not doing anything. I can't remember that right now. Let's see how bad this is. Do we ever set current again? No, I think, let's see. I think we're in trouble. I am in trouble. It still says 10. Why does it say 10? I do 30. My code is broken. My code is broken. My code is not broken. I thought I would get a. Okay, maybe let's actually forget about the whole. To do it, this is what I wanted to do before. I want to forget everything about that and simply set this thing. So we just want to set it every time. Why did it say 10 to begin with? Did we have here, did we have 10? We should probably do 0 there, right? Let's see if this, without the animation, we already had, how long? 25 minutes. 40, 20. So what we're missing right now, and this is the last thing I want to do, is that the I am ready, instead of the hello thing, what we of course need to do is actually, when it tells you I'm ready, well then here, if you're ready, this is the current one. So when we open the job card, we get the right percentage set straight away. There we go. And we could probably set some minus 200. But that's workable. So I think I would leave it at that. The animation would be a nice touch, but maybe not essential. So, but here's the thing. We did create a progress bar, and instead of trying to come up with something from scratch, well, kind of from scratch, but I found something, and we started by just copying what we had here. And apart from the fact that HTML needs to be copied into JavaScript and be added, it was just a straight copy, and the visuals that we have here is the same visual that we get inside Business Central. Then we added some plumbing so we could talk with the thing and control it. So that's a bit of progress on the page, and a fairly simple approach to getting something like this to show up. And I suggest you go try it. If somebody comes up with a cool way to do the animation, put the JavaScript in a comment for anybody else to take a look at. And if you need more AL hacking, this is the video for you. Go check that one out. I'll see you there. Take care. Bye.